Welcome back to the cryptowrld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now it is happening. Ethereum is finally attempting a breakout above this huge area of resistance, while XRP is also breaking out from this short-term pattern, while the price of Solana is continuing to bounce from this important line of support, while XLM Stellar is currently rejecting from this major area of resistance. So I'll be talking about all of that and so much more later in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, starting off on the weekly Ethereum chart, and right now the price of ETH is still looking bullish, playing out a bull run on the larger time frames, similar to Bitcoin. So despite what happens on small time frames in the short term, when we're zooming out, looking at the bigger picture, technically speaking, we're still looking very bullish, as I've been saying for a long time now on the channel. And if we're taking a look at this 3-day Ethereum chart, we are now continuing to break out further above this Fibonacci level, which was sitting at around 3.2k and was acting as some major resistance here in the short term, but is now acting as new support once again at around 3.2k. And as for resistance further to the upside, we did have this level of resistance at approximately 3,500. But if we're taking a look at the daily Ethereum chart, right now the price of ETH, as of recording this video, is finally attempting a breakout above this major area of resistance, which is sitting in between around 3,430 to 3,560. So around that $3,500 level approximately. Previously, we had major resistance in this price range, as we can see. And right now we are finally breaking out above this resistance, which is obviously bullish. Anytime where we're breaking out above resistance, that's a bullish signal. But at least as of right now, we still need to technically confirm this breakout with a candle close above this resistance, at least on the daily time frame. But ideally on the 3-day chart, that would be even better. But at least on the daily time frame, if we see a daily candle close above around 3560 to 3570, then in that case, that will be one confirmation signal to confirm this breakout. And also, if we see that daily candle close confirm anywhere near where the price is sitting at as of recording this video, this will invalidate this bearish divergence. So obviously, we initially confirmed this bearish divergence, but that only played out over around a day or so. But right now, we are starting to see an invalidation signal with a breakout in the RSI and in the price action. But technically speaking, the RSI is still sitting in lower highs while the price is still forming higher highs, which essentially means there's the possibility we could reconfirm a new bearish divergence. If we put in a new high in the price here and start to reject, that could possibly form a new bearish divergence. So that's something to pay attention to. But for now, that possible new bearish divergence is not confirmed. And if we could actually see this confirmed breakout with a daily candle close above this area on the price chart, then in that case, this area should become new support. In case we see a bit of a pullback, expect support in this region if we first confirm the breakout with a candle close above that area. And with that being said, our next major price target beyond this area on the chart would be sitting at around 3.9k to 4k. That is right, we're likely heading towards around $4,000 as the next major price target and point of resistance to pay attention to once we can actually confirm this breakout. And once again, as I've been saying all along, despite what happens in the shorter term here, when we're zooming out, we're looking very, very bullish on the larger time frames, currently in a bull market. And with that being said, if we're taking a look at XRP on the weekly time frame, it's the same story here for XRP as well on the larger time frames, clearly in a bullish market, breaking out above key levels of resistance. And right now, we've recently retested this previous Fibonacci level of resistance, now acting as new support, and that's sitting at approximately $1.30. So basically in between around $1.25 to $1.30, we have major support in that area. And as for resistance to watch out for on the larger time frames, we do have strong resistance at around $1.60 to $1.70 based on these previous highs. And above that area, if we could see a breakout above $1.60 to $1.70, in that case, our next major price target is at around $2. And if we're zooming into the shorter term, looking at the 2-hour time frame, the price of XRP has technically now confirmed a breakout above this line of resistance, which was sitting at approximately $1.45. And so right now we have seen a couple of 2-hour candle closes above that descending line of resistance, which is technically confirming this breakout here in the short term. And now, like I said in my last altcoin video here on the channel that I posted yesterday, obviously we only really have two major touch points along this line of support right here, which means we can't really be overly confident in this line of support, which by extension means we cannot be overly confident in this triangle pattern right here. And so just keep that in mind. This comes with a slightly increased amount of risk this time around due to only two touch points along this line of support. But with that being said, even though there's technically an increased amount of risk, there's still a technical price target to pay attention to because we have already confirmed this breakout above this line of resistance. And so the technical price target for this breakout trading opportunity is sitting at around $1.77. So from the point of the breakout to that price target, that's approximately a 21% move towards the upside, or from where we are right now as of recording this video to that price target, that's almost a 20% move towards the upside, around a 19% pump. And so just for example, with a 10x leverage long position, that would be around a 200% profit. So potentially a major opportunity here. And just before talking about my short-term trading strategy for XRP right now, first looking at some points of resistance in the short term to pay attention to, because we do have this Fibonacci level acting as resistance right now, and that's sitting at approximately $1.50 to $1.51. So expect short-term resistance around there on the chart. But if we could see a breakout above around $1.51, then in that case, we're likely heading back up towards around $1.60 to $1.70. And then once again, in that range in between $1.60 to $1.70, expect resistance in that area. And as for short-term support, if, for example, we see a bit of a rejection here from $1.50 to $1.51, then in that case, expect short-term support at around $1.42 to $1.43. And then we have more support at around $1.36 to $1.37, and major support right here based on this short-term golden pocket area of support sitting in between $1.28 to $1.30. And so those are the important levels of support and resistance to pay attention to in the short term. And when it comes to my trading strategy right now, personally, I have already started to just slowly accumulate a long position now that we are breaking out from this pattern right here. And now, once again, I want to make it clear that this is not personal financial advice. This is just telling you what I'm currently doing with my own money. And once again, I also want to make it clear that this time around, this pattern right here, unlike the last XRP trade, this comes with a little bit more risk due to what I just said earlier. And as always, even though we have a bullish price target, we cannot ignore resistance. The price can still be affected by resistance during these bullish moves. But with that being said, as you can see on this page right here, I have put my money where my mouth is. As always, I have accumulated just a small XRP long position over on BTNX. And as you can see right here, I've only just entered that trade. So you're pretty much seeing this as I'm entering into this trade right now. And when it comes to exiting this trade, personally, I would either exit this trade in two different scenarios. First of all, if we invalidate this breakout right here. So for example, if we quickly see a pullback and break back below this line right here, so break back below around $1.45, for example, in that case, that would confirm an invalidation of this breakout and invalidate this price target. So in that case, I'll close the trade in a small loss and avoid any further losses. And so that is the short-term risk with this trade right here. The point of invalidation, where would it invalidate the trade if we break back below this line? And the other scenario is, of course, the good scenario. If we continue this breakout towards the upside, then I'd look to take profits just before this price target. I like to take profits just before the price targets in case we don't fully hit the price target. And personally, I also like to take a bit of profits off the table around key levels of resistance when we're coming into a long position here. So personally, I may look to take a bit of profits off the table around some of these previous highs as well. But that is just my trading strategy. As always, not financial advice. And as you can see right here, once again, I'm currently in that XRP long position over on my BTNX account. And if you also want to take trades just like this for yourself, then once again, there's BTNX, which I'll leave a link to BTNX below this video. And if you use that link to make your BTNX account, you can get up to a 5.5k deposit bonus. And only if you use that link, you can get an exclusive 10% discount on all trading fees on the BTNX exchange forever. But that's only available if you use the link below this video to make your BTNX account. And also, by the way, BTNX is a no KYC exchange, which means you don't need any KYC. free, so it doesn't matter what country you're from, you can access Bitfinex, and if you use that link, you can claim those extra bonuses. But for whatever reason, if you don't want Bitfinex, there's also Bybit as another option out there, another crypto exchange you can trade on. And personally, I also take a lot of trades over on Bybit, so I'll leave a link to Bybit below this video as well. But Bybit is a KYC exchange, but if you use the link below this video to Bybit, you can get a 500 USDT position airdrop, so basically a free $500 trade as your first trade over on Bybit, but that's only available if you use the link below this video. But with that being said, taking a look at Solana on the 2-day time frame, right now Solana is still looking bullish on the larger time frames, clearly in a bull market right now, forming higher lows and higher highs. And we have this major price target, the 1618 Fibonacci extension, which is sitting at around $313 as a major price target and point of resistance. But before we can actually hit 313, obviously we have short-term resistance along the way. So zooming into the short term, looking at the 6-hour time frame, of course, we have strong resistance at approximately $260, and we also have more resistance right here at around 246. And just over the last 1 day, we've actually broken out back above this previous level of support, which was temporarily acting as a bit of resistance right here, and that was sitting at around 232. So right now, $232 should become new support again in case we see another little pullback here. Expect support at around 232. And of course, we've also bounced pretty much perfectly from my exact level of support right here at around 222. So $222 is still acting as strong support right now. And in case we were to see a breakback below that level, we also have more support at around $205. And as I've said recently here on the channel, the price of Solana will likely follow with what Bitcoin and Ethereum are doing. So if Bitcoin and Ethereum are playing out a bounce, it's likely Solana will also bounce. Or if Bitcoin and Ethereum crash, it's likely that Solana will crash as well. So pay attention to what Bitcoin and Ethereum are doing for what is most likely going to happen for the price of Solana. But with that being said, taking a look at Stellar, ticker XLM, because XLM is one of the top suggested altcoins in the comment section below this video. And obviously I did cover this altcoin just a couple of days ago now on the channel, but I'll cover it again since so many people are commenting this altcoin Stellar XLM. And so right now we actually are rejecting from this major area of resistance on the weekly time frame, sitting in between around 60 cents to 70 cents. And if we're looking at the last few times where Stellar has entered into this price range right here, those previously have been major bull market tops. They have been the tops of the bull markets before huge crashes from this area of resistance. Now, obviously, just because it's happened 2 times in the past, it doesn't guarantee that we're going to see a huge bear market from this point onwards. But what it does mean is that at the very least, we do have strong resistance in this area on the price chart. So expect a lot of struggle in between around 60 cents to 70 cents. And so as I said a few days ago now on the channel, because of this very strong resistance in between 60 to 70 cents, and also due to the fact that on the daily time frame for Stellar XLM, we have a massive spike in volume with this huge daily candle right here, this is a sign of a local top in the price of Stellar. And now, once again, I want to make it clear that I'm saying a local top, not a bull market top. So it's possible that maybe in a few weeks or a month from now, we might ultimately break out above this resistance and continue the bull market later on, but potentially just for a couple of weeks, that sort of time frame, maybe a few weeks, maybe even up to a month, that sort of time frame. We're likely not going to go beyond this point on the chart. This is likely going to be a local top for at least the short to midterm, as in talking about days, weeks, maybe up to around a month or so. And once again, that's simply due to the very, very strong resistance in this area and that huge spike in volume, which is a telltale sign of a local top. And if we're taking a look at the short term, we have recently bounced from this major Fibonacci level of support, which is sitting at around 43 cents. So expect strong support at 43 cents. But if we were to see a confirmed break below 43 cents, in that case, we should find a bit of short-term support at around 38 cents, but we do have this major area of support here, the golden pocket area of support in the short term, in between around 32.7 cents to to around 34 cents. So around 33 to 34 cents, expect major support. But before then, we do have this significant level of support, which is the 38.2% Fibonacci level, the second most important Fibonacci level, and that's sitting at around 43 cents. And we also have a bit of short-term resistance around here, sitting at around 50 cents to 51 cents. So expect some resistance around there just in the short term. But once again, for now, it's likely we're going to either play out a large consolidation range or maybe even a little bit more of a pullback for the coming days or weeks, now that the price is likely reaching that local top on the price chart. But remember, that's just talking about the shorter term, the short to mid term. When we're talking about the long term, it is still possible. If the rest of the crypto market continues its bull run well into 2025, then it's likely that at some point over the next few months, Stellar will ultimately break out above this resistance. But with that being said, if you want to trade these moves in the price of any crypto, once again, check out those links down below this video to claim those extra bonuses. And if you want to actually know how to trade crypto, no matter if the price is bullish, bearish, or chopping around sideways, then make sure to watch these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left shows you how you can profit from bullish or bearish price action using long positions or short positions, and the video in the bottom left shows you how you can easily profit from choppy sideways price action. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.